What's up, Pisces? It's your girl Keli coming at you from the Queen Bee Tarot in Boston. Today was the coldest day ever. It was so cold here that it was like you couldn't even leave your house. Intuitively, guys, I'm feeling like a heavy Pisces energy of like a past hurt. You're feeling kind of sapped of strength. You're feeling kind of down in the dumps, like that past hurt really got you good, and you want to move past that. I feel like to happiness. You want to move past it to a place of peace in your heart. But it looks like this person hurt you really bad. They came off as being abundant and loving and, stable earth type energy. And once you got close to them, you found out they were kind of hurtful. That abundance came with a price, that, earth energy that made you feel so comfortable, it seems to come with a price. With this person, everything comes with a price. I feel like this person is extremely out of balance. Now, this could be you or your partner's energy. So before we get into it, it's you or your partner. It can go vice versa. It can go either way. So whichever energy I pick up on is whichever one I pick up on. If it doesn't ring, stop. If it does not resonate, check your moon and rising signs. There's probably messages there. If not, you can also check out at Cancer Moon's Tarot, Inner Light Tarot 1111. You can check out, nope, never mind. I was going to say Pisces 1111, but she's taking her channel down. But you can check out any other of the good, really good readers on here on YouTube. And that's a card of judgment. It's a card of calling in bad decisions, of bad decision making. Not listening to your intuition, like the flags were there. It's like you chose to look past them. You chose to walk right by every red flag possible, letting you know that this person made promises to you, but still had other options, so they're not capable of fulfilling these promises. And it's time for you to move on. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo or some sort of fire sign energy. But there's definitely secrets that are still coming out, things you don't know, things that are hidden behind your back. There's definitely things that you're still finding out from friends of whoever you're with, man or, woman. You may have mutual friends and they're telling you things that they felt bad telling you while you were in the relationship. It's almost like their guilt is getting to them because you were a good person and didn't deserve whatever happened here. And at this point, this person is not what you're wishing for, and you're not going to get what you wish for from this person. They're not going to become who you want them to be. In fact, it looks like your wish is that karma intercedes and really teaches this person a lesson that people are not possessions. I feel like this person treated you like a possession. And you're hoping that they finally learn the lesson that people are not possessions and they shouldn't be shelved like, they're the newest collection of whatever book, or put in a garage like they're the newest car to the addition. It feels like a very shallow connection there. And I feel like you're now coming out of seeing it as you wanted to see it, and now you're seeing it for what it truly was, what you wanted it to be. When you walked past those red flags, you're now seeing that it's causing you many problems. You're now seeing that this person is manipulative, and it took you, like a Ten of Swords energy in order to understand that. This person did you wrong in so many ways, and your wish of them changing their perspective and wanting the relationship back is not going to come to fruition. Now, this may apply to a large collective of you. It may apply to a small collective of you. This is a general reading. So if you want to clarify more, please email in the box below, and I'll send you a list of services available here at the Queen Tarot Bee. Also, just know it is general. Apply what you can, throw out what you can. And if you can't apply it, like I said, look at your sun and your rising. This is for, that's for later. Sorry, they're interrupting me and they're confusing me. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You can also apply it to your Mars. So we're going to get started. We're going to pull a spread for you with a new deck. And I want you, well, it's not new, but a different deck. The Santa Muerta. It's almost like, if any of you are familiar with Day of the Dead or Cinco de Mayo.
There's one simple technique any woman can use to make a man beg.
I don't know what just happened there. Sorry. I'm trying to play.
The universe is extremely willing to play with you if you will play with it.
I'm resetting your internal programs in the background to attract what you need to manifest. To use the law of attraction, because I feel like some of you are kind of down in the dumps about this relationship and you need to pick me up. I feel some of you are vibrating really low. Like I feel
several decades, research in the field of human
okay.
performance
Well,
amazing abilities that every person has, and how each of
how about some letting go of fear, overthinking, and worries? I think that'll do just fine. The one I just wanted, I clicked off of it. Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is the Santa Muerte deck. Not new, but first time really being used in my readings. This is more a personal deck than it is usually a reading deck for me. It has a special significance to it for me. So whoever you're dealing with is a twin flame. Whoever you're dealing with here is a twin flame. Unfortunately, Pisces, and if you want to cut those cords, let me know. These twin flames these days are completely out of control. So if you want to cut the cords, let me know. I do have a ritual for doing so. Despite what everyone says, it depends on the practitioner and it depends on how ascended they are if they can cut that tie. So people will tell you it can't be done and you're stuck with this horrendous person for the rest of your life, and that's not the truth. So get in contact with me and, we can remove this negative energy. I also have a candle for your crown chakra burning. I feel like I need to open your third eye a bit more so you can see situations for what they are and not what you want them to be. You're so dreamy that it's like when you get in a situation, you see it for what you want it to be, not what it is. Yeah. You're pretty devastated, guys. And I don't like to see you like this. You guys are such a great sign. You know, you're so emotional. You're so full of original ideas. Yeah. And it looks like you're still fighting for this relationship, some of you. But some of you have recognized that it's very toxic and that it's time for this relationship to go because your twin flame isn't ready and you can't handle anymore. You are now finally listening to your instincts and realizing that you need to learn lessons in order to stop dating the same person with a different face. Some of you have had a spiritual awakening recently, something that popped your eyes open to the fact that the spiritual world was even there and that this kind of conversation is possible and talking about the different dimensions is possible and visiting them is possible. So I see a huge awakening here. So from what I'm seeing here, you know, there was real lot of manipulation and it took you guys a long time to figure it out and get out of it. It really, this is pretty powerful, guys. I'm dying to clarify this. No pun intended. That was the Five of Cups in reverse. Devastation card. All right, 2 more cards to clarify, please, Santa Muerta. Spirits of Santa Muerta. 2 more cards to clarify, please. Let's give Pisces the best read we possibly can. 3, 2. Okay. 3. Okay, guys, so your entering energy is the world in reverse. So this is a cycle that's been going on with this person probably quite a while, and it's time for this cycle to go. Every cycle has an ending and a new beginning to a different cycle. And it looks like you guys are afraid of the unknown, afraid of letting go, afraid of what this new cycle will bring. It's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. Anything unknown is always scary. But you'll realize when you let go that letting go takes much more effort. Holding on takes much more effort than letting go. They're confusing me right now. They're talking at the same time. I've got the spirits of the Santa Muerta in here with me, so they're just, in Spanish in my ear. This is a cycle, and like it or not, the universe is going to come through and cleanse, and you want to be one of those people who's already made the decision to let go, Pisces. Because if you don't, the divine will do it for you, and you don't want that because you're very emotional, you're very intuitive, you get hurt easily, and so you don't want the universe to come in and wipe out this situation for you. So yeah, this person, my eyes are like just I'm so tired, is a twin flame. You've got the 4 of Wands there with the world in reverse, but this tells me this twin flame isn't acting right. You've got the 2 of Pentacles here, and instead of this person being in the upright with you face to face, it looks like they're in the down position, in the juggling position, like they're they're not able to hold this commitment that the Two of Pentacles requires. It's an eternity of keeping balance, and they're not able to hold this balance in the twin flame journey with you. You've got the King of Swords here in reverse. This person has, malintent, like they're rude, ignorant, cocky. They know how to slice out with their tongue right for the jugular. They know exactly the button to push to hurt you. And they do it knowing that you are Pisces and you are very sensitive. They do it. And unfortunately for you, we've got the Devastation card in reverse. This is the Four of Cups. For me, this is focusing on, he's cried out his emotion down here, and now he's just staring down at it aimlessly. And he feels, it's almost like it feels as though there's so much other stuff going on in the room, but you're focused on that one, I want to say cup because it's Four of Cups and I'm used to it, but he's focused on that emotion, that puddle of emotion. He's not focused on anything else in the room. And you can see there's plenty going on there, well, for him anyway. He's focused solely on the one thing that he can't seem to have. There's emotions leaked out everywhere. But can a skeleton really have emotions? Can those who have crossed over the veil have emotions? We don't know. And with this comes the Five of Wands. So it's like one of you is crying over the fact that this person cannot and is not capable of being what you want them to be. This is the Five of Wands. And so the Five of Wands talks about, it even says fire. He's holding a box of matches. And this to me definitely shouts out that as in the typical Five of Wands, there's external and internal strife. There's, you fighting yourself and then you being pulled back and forth with this energy. But you saw it coming because here's your High Priestess. There's your High Priestess right there. You saw it coming. And I want to clarify this because this is the Eight of Swords. And it's almost like you were in a mind prison. I feel like these swords literally landed around you and just engulfed you. I mean, they're flying through the air with intent and purpose to harm or hurt, which shows me where they're swords, it would be an emotional hurt, an emotional abuse. And with the King of Swords here, this could be man or woman. Both the Queen and King are androgynous, so they don't have a sex. But this is the more severe of the two. This person is very abusive, very mean, very cutting, very cunning. They know how to strike out. They're very good at abusing. And so, I see this as kind of landing around you, trying to scare you into feeling hurt. Trying to scare you maybe into coming back because you feel vulnerable without that person. We've got the Ace of Swords here. And YouTube. We've got the Ace of Swords here and it's in reverse. So this person has yet to speak this truth that you know to be true. And we have Santa Muerta here. Okay. Santa Muerta in the upright shows that she has a pregnant stomach. So this is a woman who is giving birth to new ideas, a child, new business ideas, things like that. But there's a truth unspoken there. So I wonder if any of you have someone that you don't know is pregnant behind your back, or they're pregnant. or you're pregnant. Because we've also got the Seven of Swords here, which is the card of defending. And in the background, it says hope, reflection on the casket. And he's defending his position. He's sitting at that casket, not allowing anyone else to come near it. And to him, these are the messages that he's inscribed to keep himself going, to keep himself defending this position. And you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So this person is defending the position that they put in work, but they really didn't. This person didn't put in any work. They just took what wasn't theirs. And they never fed back into the system. Now, if you don't feed back into a system and you keep taking and taking, what comes from that but an empty system? Just like if you were looking at Pentacles, you would see that if you keep plucking the tree, all the pentacles disappear. But if you're not planting a pentacle and taking one, that yin and yang, giving it back from where you took it, then that tree's going to run out and eventually that tree is going to cease to exist. And I feel like that's what happened here, is that someone was taking and taking to the point where the other person just had nothing left to give. I feel like you're pretty devastated about this, you know, like you really fought for this relationship. I see two cards of fighting, of, you know, sticking up for the relationship. So maybe you stuck up for this relationship with other people, to family, friends, and now you're feeling like you shouldn't have, or you're constantly sticking up for yourself with this person. They're deflecting onto you their bad behaviors. 3, 2, really funny. I feel like they're deflecting onto you their bad behaviors. And their bad behaviors of, if they're accusing you of cheating, that means that that's what they're doing. If they're accusing you of whatever it is they're accusing you of, then I feel like that's what they're doing, and they're trying to draw the attention off themselves and make themselves seem insecure. And by doing that, you're reassuring them that you're not doing anything wrong, but they are. And I know you don't want to believe it, Pisces, but they are. We're almost done clarifying here, guys. Oh boy. Pisces, I'd love to give you a good read. You know, I wish I had picked up on the collective energy that all of you were in love, but I'm seeing some real severe hurt here. Someone who's a twin flame, who doesn't act like a twin flame, doesn't acknowledge the twin flame connection. And it's not somebody you want to be stuck with. They have secrets. You know, they have truths they need to speak. 3, 2. If they feel right. Oh, shit. Are you serious? You've got a twin flame as well as a soulmate on your hand. So you're talking about some heavy duty learning here, guys. Pisces, you're getting nailed to the wall. I'm so sorry. Like, you guys are getting nailed to the wall here. For those of you that this resonates with, I just feel terrible. Please drop a like on this video, because if it doesn't resonate with you, it will resonate with other Pisces. And this may be a small collective, so I really need the video to get out there to help them. If they need to cut karmic ties, you know, they need to know that there is someone they can go to, and that it is actually available to them despite what people say. So if you guys would drop a like, I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm letting everyone know that next month, or mid-monthlies, the group with the most views, I'm going to pick one person from the comments, and I'm going to give them a free hour reading. So if you guys want to join in on that, then hit that like button and we'll get this video circulating. I feel like you have true love for this person, Pisces. Like you've poured your heart and soul into this. And 3, 2, perfect amount. Oh boy. Okay. So I feel like you have a real large amount of love for this person, irregardless of the fact that you've got the world in reverse. And this is just a cycle. And ever since you've been with this person, it's like your luck has been going down and down and down. But you have real love for this person. And that's the problem, is you can't seem to let go because of that twin flame and soulmate bond. The problem is this person gives off the energy with their twin flame card. This is the 4 of Wands in Santa Muerta. And they're giving off the energy that they're the playboy. So I wouldn't be surprised if, they did have someone pregnant behind your back. They're in and out of your life, in and out of your life, in and out of your life. They have this fire energy to them that makes them irresistible. They have like an Aries charm, Gemini charm type of thing, Those are the only 2 signs that have some serious charm in the zodiac, and they use it for the worst most of the time. The 2 of Pentacles here. So he's not, or she's not willing to put in that sacrifice to balance with you, to get that ultimate balance, because they don't understand this twin flame feeling. They don't know what's going on. They're not acknowledging it. To them, it's just like, what are you talking about? They have no desire to even learn about it. With the King of Swords, we've got the 10 of Wands, and it's like he just, or she just feels like it's a burden. To them, it's like, what is all this garbage talk about twin flames and soulmates and blah, 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 blah. I feel like you don't have the same interests. And this person loses their temper often. They feel like this relationship is burdensome to them, but for some reason they keep that playboy energy of, hopping back into the situation, getting what they want, and going back out. But they feel like it's burdensome to them. And you, after all the fighting and realizing the defending, realize that this is not worth it. You're not willing to take another opportunity on this person. Something big, I feel, happened here. It's not showing a tower moment, but it's showing some serious karma. I feel something big happened. And Pisces, you feel foolish. But don't, because everyone's been played by a player one time or another. I don't care who you are. Even if you are a player, you've gotten that karma before. And I feel like they may actually be devastated as well, but they'll never admit it because they put you out in the cold. You scare them almost. I feel like all that talk scares them, or that feeling scares them. So they don't want to acknowledge that this is what's happening. They don't want to face you face to face like this. They don't want to balance it because they feel like this is crazy. And so, I see it from your standpoint of being devastated that you're out in the cold, being devastated that you're sitting out here with other people that this person's put out in the cold. But at the same time, I see it as their devastation at not knowing how to handle relationships. And so they ruin them frequently. It's a self-destruct, self-sabotage. With the High Priestess, we have judgments, making wrong decisions. So you're getting called out, Pisces, on not listening. to your intuition. They're calling you out and letting you know, like, hey, get your shit together. Like, we told you and you didn't listen, and this is the consequences. You've got the Eight of Swords, which is confusion, just complete confusion in your mind, like you don't know which way you're going, manipulated. Is the Six of Swords. So this is a victory. It's you getting past these rough waters and emotions. It's you moving toward something new here. It's a new island, and it's also the need for you to nurture that inner child of yours. You need to nurture this child. You need to heal. You need to bring yourself back to 100% before you try getting involved again. And it's telling you, if you want to get out of this mind prison that you've allowed yourself to be put in by being up all night and thinking and obsessing, you need to get to calmer waters. You need to gain this Six of Swords victory in your mind. The only way you're going to get that is if this person speaks truth, or if you come to terms with closure on your own. This person's not going to give you closure. You have to seek your own happiness here, Pisces. You have to go after this happiness, with or without this truth spoken. So don't obsess over whether or not they were cheating or whatever. You need to move forward to this happiness regardless, because it's there for you. It's a matter of letting that person go and cutting the cords. Like I said, if you want to sever those energy ties, please contact me. My email is in the box below, and I do have something that can help you. With Santa Muerta in reverse, we have none other than the Four of Pentacles in the After Tarot. So this is something this person has done before. They've been warned about it. And rather than letting go and getting rid of these bad habits, this is almost like my Devil card in the Minor Arcana. The Devil card is a major life force in the Major Arcana, but this is like the Devil card in the Minor Arcana of the After Tarot to me. This person has been warned. He's been told, like, you need to surrender. You need the Death card. You need the Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio if it, this is bringing me back to the Death card in my mind of, you've been told to shed the skin. You've been told to let these horrible habits go of treating people bad, of treating them like a piece of property. You've been told and told and told, and now he's going to come in and wipe your feet out from underneath you, and you're going to have nothing. Because you couldn't go with the flow and absorb that change, you're going to have nothing. And whether this is you or your partner, Scorpio, someone needs to know about this pregnancy. You can't keep it a secret forever. With the Seven of Swords, I have the Nine of Cups, which tells me that someone here is defending their overindulgence in whatever it may be. It could be an overindulgence in alcohol, drugs, sex, toxicity, women, men, whatever that might be. They're defending this overindulgence, and they're coming up with excuses to make you feel like you're the one who fucked up, like you're the bad person. When in all actuality, like I said earlier, it's deflection. If they deflect onto you and make you the bad person, then they don't have to look in the mirror in the morning. They don't have to find a way to sleep. As I was saying before, with the Seven of Pentacles not getting out what you're putting in, you're also dealing with a soulmate here. This person is a soulmate to teach you a lesson, and then a twin flame, which is completely out of control. And I think your lesson is what you don't want from a twin flame. And we can talk more in depth about how cutting those cords work when you get in touch with me, or if you decide to. That's entirely up to you. I don't sell myself to anybody. The ritual for cutting the ties, you pay a one-time fee to me, and I teach you how to do the light work so you get out what you're putting in. I don't take your money to do any sort of rituals for you. So I teach you what you need to know to do the ritual, which is all light work. It involves white candles, some Himalayan bath salt if needed, and a piece of paper. I teach it to you so you have it on hand. You can, remove energies from around you, do an intermediate cleansing if that's what you need. You can ask my assistance if you really, really need like expert cleansing, like you've been around negative energies, things like that. But here it tells me that with the Three of Pentacles, you see this person in their garden and they've watered and they're building and they're waiting for this to grow. And as you can see, it's slowly growing. But it's in the reverse, and it tells me that nobody here is building. And the Four of Swords is taking like a permanent break. This is my Hermit card for the Minor Arcana. And this is taking a permanent break, stepping back, seeing it for exactly what it is, not what you want it to be. Exactly what it is. And there's no work. You have to notice that nothing's coming up from some of these things. You see the roots, but nothing's there because it's not being nourished by the other person. I'm wondering if some of you have got some court cases involved with this person, maybe about this other child. I see domestic violence. I see this person begging you not to call police, not to, and this is male or female. Males can be abused too, not to involve the legal system, but it's gotten so bad that you have. And the legal system, it's now in their hands. I feel like even though you may have dropped the charges, the state still continues the charges because this person is a spouse batterer and they need to serve time. They need to, what has been done needs to be rectified. So we've got judgment here calling decisions. The diviner calling decisions into question. These are bad decisions. These are decisions to resurrect the dead, to resurrect things that shouldn't be there, that should be talked about and put to rest. With that comes the Justice card, which makes me think that some of y'all have the legal system involved because it's almost like you're waiting for a sentencing or you're waiting for a hearing or court date. And you need to stop defending Pisces. That's what all this defending is. You need to stop defending them. They are who they are. They're a man beater, a woman beater. They're violent. They're vile. And you need to allow the court system to remove them from your life. So I see that this is also a message to you that without the court system involved or without someone involved, it seems like you're reluctant to let this person go. Again, it's the evil you know versus the evil you don't know. But in this case, the evil you know is the only evil you know. You are capable of being loved and being self-fulfilled and being fulfilled by healthy love. You are worth loving. Pisces, you're worth loving by yourself and by someone else. This isn't okay. So please, if you're in this situation, reach out to me. My email is down below. Don't hesitate. Reach out to me if you're going through this type of a situation where, you're dealing with domestic violence or other pregnancies. If you need clarification, if you need some sort of cleansing rituals or protection or healing rituals, if you feel like there's some dark energy involved, let me know. But it looks like you're not even going to get an apology from this person. This person just has no feelings whatsoever about it. There's no apology. There's no coming back. There's just nothing. And here we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So they're not even seeing you in terms of, or you're not seeing them in terms of being that abundant 10 for you. You don't want that with them, and maybe you won't accept the apology, and maybe that's what it is. I feel like a lot of you won't accept the apology, and you've pressed charges. You've allowed the state to call you as witness to those charges, and you should. Stop allowing them to get away with battering their spouses. Don't allow it. And this is pretty heavy duty, guys. Like, I mean, you're talking about a soulmate and a twin flame who doesn't know the first concept of being a soulmate or a twin flame. So we've really got a situation here on our hands that looks like you need some guidance. I'm going to pull a couple cards on what lessons the ancestors and the Santa Muerte have for you this month, because the Santa Muerte are also of the dead. And they're also related to my ancestors, which are Native American. So I'm going to pull a couple cards to see what lessons the Santa Muerte and the spirits and ancestors have for you. Spirits and ancestors of the Santa Muerte and of the Siksika Nation, I ask you to be with me at this time. Spirits of old and new, ancestors of old and new, only with good intention. Please bring forth the answers that I seek. What do I see? What do I not see? And mostly, what hides from me? What are the lessons that you have for the Pisces February collective energy? Thank you. You always want to thank them, or you get some pretty wacky shit. What are the lessons for the collective energy of Pisces right now? I'm really feeling you guys tonight. There, you know, this upset, this turmoil with this person. Do you have any messages tonight that you want me to let Pisces know? This is the Pisces reading for February of 2019. Please let me know if there are any messages you would like to give Pisces. Please continue to clarify. Okay. Any more? No. Any more lessons that you would like Pisces to know? Okay, so what they're saying to you, Pisces, is that there's a strong hold on you by the material world. And like I said, this other person treats you as though you are material to them. You are material. And you're like a prize that they had. They just wanted to put you on the, on the mantle. They wanted a trophy. It's almost like they wanted a prize for whatever. I don't know. I guess they want a fucking cookie. I don't know. But it shows you ascending past that. You're starting to ascend, Pisces. You're ascending to the next level of spirituality, but this is going to hold you back because this material world is not as it appears. And once you ascend, you will see that nothing you know right now is true. Everything is a lie. Once you get past this ascension, which I feel like will probably be next winter, I don't feel like it will be this winter. For some of you, it may be. You may already be going through it. You have the physical symptoms, the nausea, the vomiting, the dizziness, the whole thing. There's a large awakening going on right now, so it wouldn't surprise me. But there are some of you, I feel like it's going to take a year for you to come to terms and understand what awakening is and how to let go of the material world. Because once you let go of the material world, you're then able to manifest whatever you want. The law of attraction, I don't. But manifesting, you take the particles right in front of you, you tell the universe what you want out loud, and you push it out, and boom. So I feel like this ascension is very important. And I think the winter is very important too, because in the wintertime, people tend to hibernate, stay in, look for other things to do. And inside yourself, you're going to have a recognition. You're going to have a love for yourself that you didn't have before. And once you have this true love for yourself and you fall in love with yourself and who you are, your flaws and everything, only then can you really have a true connection to another person. But it takes that recognition inside yourself. You notice the moon is there. They're in shadow. So they're recognizing their shadow selves. They're coming to terms with their shadow self. They're coming to terms with all the secret things about them. But they're also coming to terms with esoteric information, with spiritual guidance, with spiritual awakening. So you need to understand that recognition of yourself is the number one step. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope this resonated. If not, please at least drop a like below. Again, next month, I have the group with the highest views will be I'll pick one person out of the comments to do a 1 hour free reading. I think it's only fair that you guys have been working hard, passing around the videos and getting the subscribers up there, that I give something back. So, go ahead, pass this video around, get those likes up there so people are viewing it. And let me know how it resonated for you in the comments. I know this might resonate for a small collective of you, or it may resonate for a large collective. I am aware that the universe just didn't all call for twin flames. And unfortunately, a lot of those twin flames weren't ready. And I have gotten over 42 phone calls to break those connections between twin flames, and only 2 of them were men. So don't feel weird in emailing me for a list of services for rituals. Like I said, you pay me one time, I teach you the ritual, I give you instructions, I give you everything. I do everything the right way, the karmic way. I teach you the light work. So you get out what you put in. You manifest what you've put in energy. You know it gets done. And if the results aren't as expected, then you know that you didn't put in what you should have. That way you're not worrying, did I pay somebody to do something for me and they didn't do it? Or are they just taking me for a ride? Well, I can't take you for a ride because I'm giving you the work. You have to do the work. And that's the thing about the spiritual journey, is it should not be about me taking money from you to do rituals for you. It should be about me still needing to obviously operate my business. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write rituals for you. This takes time. This takes, time for me to research the right individuals and energies for you to call in. I've been trying to keep all my prices down as much as possible. And I'm hoping to continue to do that. So, the rituals themselves, I write them. These come directly from a very, very strong light worker. I'm very connected, and I've been doing this for 28 years. So please, Pisces, don't be shy. Reach out. Reach out and grab somebody. Okay, this is your girl, Keli, coming at you from the Queen Bee Tarot from Boston, where it's extremely cold, and it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't sleep. So I will catch y'all on the flip. Email and like. Again, 1 hour rating for free. All right, guys, I love you big bunches, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.